Welcome back to the channel. This is Kitten 7770. I'm working on clearing out this base and grabbing the ammo from this thing. The first turret had no ammo left in it. It had fired it all at me. This one's got 8. I've got a couple more to grab, which also have, like, I think one has 9 and one has 4, if I remember correctly. I'm currently in the process of scrapping this base to get parts for Watermelon. I'm not going to show too much of me scrapping the place, since it covered about 5 hours to get this thing completely ground down. I'll just show you what I've got so far. And it's going to cut real fast over to Watermelon, so be ready for that. I have come into the issue where I have run off the sides of Watermelon on multiple times. So I've been thinking of a way to remedy that issue. And I thought of getting railing. I'm going to make Watermelon more OSHA compliant by putting in some safety railings. This will help me not fall off the rover anymore and hurt myself, which I've done multiple times. It will also give me an attachment point above the 45-degree angle block. I chose the rail instead of the cover wall, mostly because I know that does have an attachment point on the side, whereas I'm not sure the cover wall has an attachment point on the side. And, as I noted in the episode, as I was putting these rails down, it seemed to cut down on the wind sound from the storm. Just got a little quieter. That seems to happen whenever there's a spot that has at least, if you have at least a floor, a ceiling, and a wall, the sound for the wind is reduced.
Energy low.
Just a bit. Now I'm not going to weld all these up because I don't want to waste all my small steel tubes, but I will at least put the components into them. And eventually this cryo bay will be moved up top so that I could recharge there. I want to be able to pipe in that O2 tank. As of right now, my lower deck is a U-shape. I have to return to the rear of the ship just to get to the other side. However, if I were to add a causeway or passageway in these in the wheel supports, I can get to the
inventory full.
yes, of course, I filled my inventory with junk. I'll be able to get to the side more easily. Excuse me, get some water in me. Throat's getting dry. I'll do the same for this side so it's mirrored. It shouldn't interfere with the elevator because the straight blocks aren't interfering. The passageway block also doesn't have that lip, but that lip on the lower block is what's concerning me. It shouldn't matter because those are corner slopes above, and they shouldn't have any catch on the tip. As I'm demonstrating here, the wind is much quieter when you're in a contained spot, and when you come out here, it's about the same level. Maybe slightly louder. Now, I still haven't removed that pink from there. Yeah, so it's the other one that is the watermelon color. But it's not actually the red color. I would have to reset the color bar to show you the difference between the red that I got for watermelon and the red that the Space Engineer gives you. It's a slightly darker color from what I have. This will give me the extra passageway that I need, and as well as another light source. Now, there is a way to copy and paste build info, I just haven't learned those keys yet. If I could learn how to use the copy and paste function on this, it'd be much easier for me. That way I could just copy and paste it to whichever lights I need without having to open it too much. Doesn't look like it's hitting the ground, so it's a good light level. That was a misclick. So I've got the side railings in, but there's still the sloped bit. There might be a rail that could go there. I guess I could check. No, that color needs to change. Well, there's the 45-degree angle I was looking for. That looks like it might work. No. Maybe this block? Yeah, there we go. But not that one. Okay. I do need to change it to green, since it's on the green section. The main thing holding me back from finishing watermelon is resources. I don't have nearly enough plate to build watermelon. So it's mostly just a driving upper and lower deck. I got 2 decks or 2 levels on watermelon. Yeah, that makes it much more OSHA compliant. I'll do the same on the other side. I honestly don't use the rail block too often. It's a quite nice block. Then of course there's the one gap opening between the hallway and the rail that I haven't quite decided what to do with. I could create a bulkhead
Tower reports.
with
Convoy
the hatch
arrived.
block. Since there's no way I'm going to be able to pressurize this elevator section with the big gaping hole in the side. I'm hoping to at least have a pressurized living space on Watermelon. Though with the size of this rover and the lack of resources, I may have gone too big. Oh well. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Good, the storm passed. I can actually see the rover now, in full clarity. Oh. I'm not sure if I want to pull this forklift out or not. I don't really have a use for a forklift. Oh, there's a missile launcher over here. And just to check, even though I know I could weld it up. Oh, that feels so good. Still, I can't make missiles, so what I've got, until I raid another convoy. Looked like there was another robot down there that was unfinished. These displays to my left with this story element, I don't want to destroy them. I want to find a way to get them out of here and put them on Watermelon, so I keep the evidence. It's just getting them I think it might be too big for Sprout. I could try it with Sprout. Though I believe Turkey would be better for it. I have plans for this rover that could support a large grid. So for right now, I'm just going to plop a connector on it. I'm thinking this might be the assault vehicle for raiding the ground base near me. I thought about maybe using Sprout, but then to open a hole, then realized I should probably use Turkey to make the hole. That way I'm only using the batteries from one vehicle and not two. However, I will have to put this on recharge. I think it's high time I get this generator and engine welded up. The solar panels really aren't cutting it for recharging the batteries. On anything. What do I need for this one? Oh, power cell. I'm gonna have to break something down because I'm out of nickel. says all components were produced, but I'm missing one because I don't have nickel. And I get nickel from breaking down metal grids. One should be enough. Yep. That's 4 megawatts. There. Love the sound of hydrogen engines. Let me see. It's only going to be depleted because I'm recharging one of my vehicles.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery X5398. ETA 35 minutes.
This will be recharged long before those things go out. Really need to make a ramp for this thing so I get to the flight seat easier. See, recharged in 5 minutes. More than enough time for my batteries. I'll be leaving the hydrogen engines running for a while, since I also need Watermelon's batteries to charge. Let's see, it's been about 3 hours now. The fighter's been fully charged for quite some time. Just gonna add the drills. At this point, I've got most of the base ground down. I've mostly just got the main cavern and the area where I have the displays at. I pretty much so found where one of the large grid batteries is at for the first chamber inside, the first large chamber where the robot blew me up at. It's underneath the right side of the large door. It's down underneath. However, I have not located the battery for the final chamber. I'm thinking it's either gonna, it's still powered. I've ground down 2 sections almost fully, and I haven't had a disconnect from the power. So it's gonna be somewhere in that area. Somewhere in one of the two, it's either gonna be in the wall, below the screens, or in the ceiling. These were the batteries from the missile shipment I captured. I have them in reserve so I can recharge Endeavor with them, given the fact that Endeavor doesn't have a connection point right now. Let's see. I guess I should check on the ice level before I leave. Well, that's right. I was building something. I built the drills. I put the drills in the toolbar. Alright, let's get some drilling done. I gotta open up the tunnel, or actually I have to make a new tunnel. I've got 2 goals in mind. It needs to be big enough for Turkey to fit through. Actually, 3 goals. Big enough for Turkey to fit through, big enough, smooth enough for the rover to get through it, and large enough for me to get those large grid hydrogen tanks out. I'm gonna keep one of the tanks. I might keep both the tanks. I don't like how I'm dragging my thrusters on the ground. I don't quite have enough rear thrust to keep me pointed down. It just slides forward. So I'm to do this. I'm just gonna have to keep dragging my tail on the ground. I don't have a choice. Oh, why is there a block here? That's just gonna get in the way. Yeah, I'm on the ground. I need to get rid of that block. Before it destroys my thruster. Whoops. Didn't have the dampeners on. I've already reached the tunnel. Don't quite have enough room to go over to the side. There we go. Because I needed to be taller than wide. I'll likely go over this a second time. I'm not going to show you all the drilling, because it takes a while. I'll just show you the point where I'm almost scraping off my thrusters. You don't realize how long this tunnel is until you start drilling through it. And this tunnel also goes down. I'm constantly, it has a downward slope. So this secret weapons facility was deep oh man, there's more blocks. It was deep underground. Let me just get rid of these. Oh. Well, I'll go around it for right now. I'm guessing all the sections of the space were connected at one point, but since I broke the block line, it separated the grids. Oh well. I'm just about through at this point. Then I'll go back and raise it up. It's those 2 hydrogen tanks I'm going to grab. Oh, there's also an oxygen tank in here. Unfortunately, one oxygen tank was damaged in the fight, and I ground it down already. Oh. It appears that most of the drop lights have run out of power, making it extremely dark in there. I'm going quite high into the ceiling. That way I can get as much voxel as possible. because I'm gonna. It's due to the fact that those tanks, they're 3x3. They're 3x3x3, so they're 9 blocks wide on all sides. Excuse me a sec while I get these out of my way. Looks like there's even blocks on the floor. I guess I didn't notice those blocks on the floor when I was recording this. I doubt they're going to get in my way. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to make. I don't think I'll make this episode any longer. I'm going to need to lie back down soon. Let my neck heal. I don't know if I slept wrong or if I moved my head wrong. It's just
Convoy
the
dispatch.
whole back of my
Delivery
neck.
X5398. ETA 35 now.
It's just sore. In fact, right at the base of my neck, near the shoulder blades, it's the sorest. I probably pulled something at work. Enough of about my neck. I'll probably have to smooth out the ramp. I'll go high here and then low. I believe I have enough height for this section. So I can tell you right now, that slope down there is not drivable for a rover. Now I'm going to get rid of this little lump and smooth out this part of the tunnel. Well, that's going to be about it for this episode. I would usually go longer, but due to my injury, I'm going to cut this episode short. I'm just going to get the ramp smoothed out and Turkey landed on the ground because there's a second storm in this video. Enough with the sandstorms already. I get it. Mars has bad weather. Anyways, bye!